Hey everyone. So with Lost Origin about to come out, I figured I wanted to go through the set list and just highlight a few of the cards that I'm most excited about in a couple of ways, from a collectible perspective, from a playing perspective. I know that the pre-releases started, but I don't really do pre-releases. I just like to wait for the set to actually come out and then just get booster boxes and go from there. So let's start with some cards. First card that I wanted to mention, I think that this Shift Tree could actually be pretty sweet. So of course it's a stage 2, which is tough, but if you could get a C-Dot and then a rare candy into the Shift Tree, 1 energy, and you're able to do 2/10 and put this Pokemon all attached cards into the Lost Zone, you could get, you don't have to attach just 1 energy, you could attach 2 energy, and you could put a tool card on it, you could put a couple of things on it, so you could get a lot of cards into the Lost Zone this way. You're going to notice a trend real quick, but I'm pretty excited about a lot of the cards that have the Lost Zone around it. So Shift Tree will definitely be number 1, even though it's a stage 2, I know, but I'm going to be trying to make some things work, because when you look at just one world, Flying Pikachu, Decidueye V, I think a lot of different things can work in the TCG. Kyurem looks cool. See, this is a card that wouldn't be very good if we didn't have the VMAX coming. So Kyurem V, you get the instant freeze, attach any number of water energy from your hand to your Pokemon. Notice that it's not just this Pokemon, so that's really nice. And then Frost Smash you'll probably never use. Hopefully you'll never have to use that. But the main reason why this is playable is because you also get the Kyurem VMAX, which I think is going to be really awesome, because to me it just looks like a better version of the Ice Rider Calyrex that we've already had. Not exactly better, because of course this is 3 energy versus the 2 on the Calyrex, but this has the ability, once during your turn you may discard the top card of your deck if it's a water energy, put it on one of your Pokemon, and if you have, say, Oranguru or Switching Cups or anything like that, Rotom Phone, something to help you get that top card, you can still get it in the same way. 1 extra step, but now you can hit heavier. You can do 120 plus 50 times 3 for 270 versus the Calyrex, which is only 250. So 1 extra step, but you get 20 extra damage, which is really nice because you add the Choice Belt, you add the Leon, now you can take out some VMAXs. So that's really nice. And another similarity that this has to the Calyrex is it's a metal weakness as well. So it's a water type with a metal weakness, not a lightning weakness. So I think this could go really nicely in the Palkia decks as well. We'll see how that works out. Next card, Cramorant. I'm really excited for this card because I'm going to be playing a lot of Lost Zone decks, and 4 Lost Zone shouldn't be too much. 0 energy for 110. It's not bad just to have as a pivot option when, say, you're between turns, you've gotten off to a slow start. Sometimes you get into a slow middle game where you started off okay, but then once your first attacker goes down, you didn't have anything as a backup. So this could be like a supplementary attacker while you get your next big thing built up. So I like it. You can play it in any Lost Zone deck. It doesn't have to be a water deck. It may not end up being very good, but I think it'll be fun to at least experiment with once the cards come out on the client. Now, this right here is pretty sweet. So you've got Pikachu, which has a nice little ability where you attach an energy, it gets free retreat. Free retreat is always nice, but then you can use that energy next turn to help power up your Raichu, which has a nice little V-Star kind of buff attack. So Trump Spark for Lightning Colorless, if you get 100 plus damage. If you have used your V-Star power, this attack does 120 more damage, which is awesome. So if you've used your V-Star, now you have a single prize Pokemon that can do 220 consistently. These are a couple that I wish were more playable, but I don't think they're going to be. Magnezone V-Star, beautiful looking cards. I actually just pulled this card today in a short, so you're gonna have to wait and see when that pops out. Gengar will be an interesting card to look out for. Not really super, looking to play it or anything, but very interesting card. Same with Radiant Gardevoir. Probably not gonna play too much of it because I think there can be other Radiants that I will be playing, but 20 less damage from Pokemon V attacks is a pretty good ability to have. All right, now we're talking. This Sableye. I'm really excited for this Sableye. You may use this attack only if you have 10 cards or more in the Lost Zone. Put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in play in any way you like. Yes. I like damage counters because since Manaphy came out, spread damage decks just haven't really been a thing. I used to play Jolteon a lot and it just has disappeared. The only way around Manaphy is to use Canceling Cologne, which is a very bulky, cumbersome card to play. So just spread damage hasn't really been very prevalent since Manaphy came out. So 12 damage counters for 1 Psychic Energy in the Giratina deck that is going to be playing Psychic and Grass. Little Shift Tree action, little Sableye action. I could see this getting pretty good. This is like a little bit of an in-between from the Shift Tree and the Magcargo from before. Once during your turn, you may choose a supporter card from your discard pile, reveal it, put it in your hand. If you do, put this Pokemon in the Lost Zone, discard all non-Pokemon cards attached to this Pokemon. You get 2 cards in the Lost Zone. You get this in the Bennett, I forget what it is, Shuppet, before it. So you get 2 cards in the Lost Zone, but it's off of an ability, which is pretty sweet. So I think overall, thumbs up. thumbs up. Especially because it says you may choose a supporter from your discard pile, meaning you do not need the supporter from your discard pile to activate it, but you can as an option, which is so much better than needing the discarded supporter to activate the ability to begin with, because now you can just do this turn 1, whereas if you can't play a supporter card turn 1, this is, well, I guess you can't play a turn 1, you know, evolution, but say if you didn't play a supporter that turn, or for whatever reason you don't want to fill your hand up again. So yeah, I could see Banette getting some play. Comfey is absolutely goated. This is going to be just such a heavily played card in every Lost Zone deck. Once during your turn, if the Pokemon's in the active spot, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them in your hand, put the other card in the Lost Zone. Absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. From an artistic perspective, I am so excited we're getting an Aerodactyl V. I did an episode not too long ago of like Pokemon cards that I wish that we had more of, and like there is a criminally low number of Aerodactyls printed in the TCG history, and this is just so awesome to get it up by 2 with this and the Aerodactyl V Star. Absolutely beautiful. I also didn't mention it, but I am so in love with the Lost Zone Aura and Abyss. I've mentioned it in other videos, but not today, and it's just so great, and that's another reason why I'm really excited for it. One of the first decks I played, like I mentioned, I came into Fusion Strike, was Mew VMAX, and I love the Fusion Strike symbol. To me, it's just so trippy and cool, and this is like the next level up from that, so I'm really excited for it. Although I don't think this Aerodactyl is going to be very good, very playable, but I do think it is a really cool card to get in the collection. This isn't bad. Barbarical. As long as this Pokemon's in play, your opponent puts any prize cards they would take in the Lost Zone instead of putting those cards in their hand. Just in play, not in the active spot. That's great. That's actually really cool. Stage 1, too. So I can see this getting in bench space. Drapion V, absolutely busted card. Mew VMAX is gone. Like, I know people don't think that this card is going to be super impactful, but I think that this card is just going to absolutely wreck Mew VMAX. I think that everyone's going to have one of these in their deck when they're playing Counterbox decks, Arceus decks, this kind of deck, that kind of deck. So I just think that it's going to be lights out for Mew VMAX, which I love. Like I said, it's my first standard deck that I played, but yeah, I think this card alone is enough. I don't think that you're going to need this whatsoever. The Ultra Meme attack, finishing Ren, 60 plus damage. Discard cards from the top of your deck until you have 1 card left in your deck. This does 30 more damage for each energy you discarded this way. That's so funny. I would love to finish a game this way, but that is such a meme deck. Absolutely busted, absolutely goated cards. Like, I can't believe they printed this. Like, people were mad at Mew and Mew VMAX. I mean, they're going to be mad at this card. Whew, it's got everything. Abyss Seeker. Look at the top 4 cards, put 2 of them in your hand, 2 in the Lost Zone. Fantastic. Shred. It's got a Shred attack. Fantastic. Lost Impact. Put 2 energy cards in the Lost Zone. Amazing. One of the best V-Star powers ever. 10 cards in the Lost Zone. Auto KO. Absolutely. Like, this card almost doesn't... I don't even need to talk about this card because it's so good. That is such a great situation you got going here. Now, Hisuian Goodra V and Hisuian Goodra V-Star are going to be pretty cool, pretty tanky. Ability to heal all damage, which is very cool. Iron Rollout. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attack, so you're forcing a Gust. And then there's also, again, a supporter card that's coming up that will be very impactful for that. I absolutely love this card. Arc Phone. Look at the top card of your deck, then return it to the top of your deck. You may choose one of your face-down prize cards and switch it with the top card of your deck. I mean, it's a better Hisuian Heavy Ball because that only allowed you to get a basic Pokemon. Now imagine you get a one-off item card, a one-off supporter card, like a Fusion Strike energy for my Mew VMAX. Oh, my Fusion Strike energies are always in the prize cards. A stage 2, like if you're playing with an Inteleon that has Shady Dealings and a quick shooting Inteleon, that Shady Dealings Inteleon will be prized more often than you want. So a card like this is so awesome. Really, really thrilled to get some deck maneuverability into the game. This will be a super busted card for Lost Zone decks. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 of them in your hand, and put the remaining cards in the Lost Zone. A, you get to pick 3 cards, get them in your hand, and then 2, you get to pick the 2 that go in the Lost Zone. I think this will be absolutely fantastic for early game to just build up that Lost Zone. Damage, pump. We're getting some crazy item cards in this set, folks. Move up to 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you like. There's this one card that I always wanted to play called Radiant Heatran, and it requires damage counters on it to build up its power. So a card like this, absolutely phenomenal. I believe there's a Sableye V that is a similar thing, like however many damage counters it has on it is how strong it swings for. I love maneuverability, like the Arc Phone like this, when you can move stuff around, I think that's very cool. Fantina. You can only play this card if you have 10 or more cards in your Lost Zone. During your opponent's next turn, your Pokemon take 120 less damage from the attacks of your opponent's Pokemon V, including Pokemon that came into play this turn. Another really crazy supporter card for Lost Zone decks. A nice late game supporter card for Lost Zone decks to try and tank a hit with a Giratina, to try and tank a hit with your Goodra V-Star. Very, very cool card. Earlier, I mentioned Kyurem V has a supporter card that goes with it. It's Lady. Search your deck for up to 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. This will have other uses, but that's what I noticed at first because the Kyurem V attack was you may attach 4 basic energy cards to your Pokemon any way you like. So to me, that was just absolutely perfect. All right, now I love this card. A, beautiful card. B, when a Pokemon is knocked out, put it in the Lost Zone instead of discarding it. A, you can use it to build up your own Lost Zone, and B, you can also use it to Lost Zone an opponent's Pokemon that they may want to recover at some point in time. So many one-offs. So many people play a Manaphy, but they don't play two Manaphy, and they play a way to recover the Manaphy from the discard. So maybe, just maybe, this card alone could help me get some spread damage back into my life. People play that Manaphy, you boss it up, Rescue Carrier, or Clara, or Ordinary Rod, or any of these cards that can get you a Pokemon back. So I'm very, very excited for Lost City. They're going hard in this set with item cards, folks. Lost Vacuum. Put a card in your hand from the Lost Zone in order to use this card. Choose either a Pokemon tool or stadium card in play and put it in the Lost Zone. So you can double get cards in the Lost Zone. Say you don't want the stadium that you have in play anymore. Boom, 2 cards in the Lost Zone that turn. Absolutely fantastic. Or if you're trying to get something off of your opponent, sure, you build up their Lost Zone a little bit. A, maybe they don't want you to build up their Lost Zone, but B, you get to get rid of that tool card for good, which is normally how it works, but still. It's an easy thing to activate this card for, because you need to be a stadium or a tool card in play. So yeah, I think this could have a good amount of utility. This is as busted as Giratina, so I'm gonna not even really talk about it. If you've spent any time thinking about looking at Lost Zone, you know Mirage Gate. 7 cards in your Lost Zone, search 2 basic energy, put them on your Pokemon any way you like. Absolutely busted Energy Accelerator in an item card coming from UV Max. This is basically Elisa Sparkle in an item card. Absolutely crazy card. Absolutely crazy. More versatility, folks. We got the Volo. Discard one of your bench Pokemon V in all attached cards. It's a Collapse Stadium and a supporter card, a way that you can have, say, a Pokemon VMAX in play, do its thing, and then discard it so it doesn't give up 3 prize cards. This is just another way that we can move things on the board, give us more options. I think this card's gonna be absolutely awesome. And then we just got the alternate arts and the full arts and all that stuff, which are awesome and beautiful, but I'm not going to really spend too much time going over because this video is already long enough as it is. You guys can scroll through this and see what cards look good to you. I really wanted to mainly talk about the ones that I think are cool and playable. But yeah, any card that I think is playable, you're going to see me try to get the alt art version of it or the gold version of it, because there's some really sweet gold cards. Actually, one thing that I will mention, you know, just checking out all the rainbow cards that are going to be in the set, is these gold cards. Definitely gold Giratina. Any Pokemon that has gold on it, in a gold card like Arceus, love it. Fantastic. Collapse Stadium, gold, love it. Collapse Stadium and Volo in one play, you can get two Pokemon discarded. So really cool. Dark Patch, say you end up playing some dark Pokemon, now you got it gold, and you can get that gold vacuum. So I think that these cards are awesome. I'm so excited for the set here. And yeah, let me know what cards you were excited for. If I skipped over any that you're excited for, or if I highlighted them and you're just extra excited for them as well. If you folks haven't yet, please enter free card giveaway 22, as well as our August Discord. We're currently giving away 26 booster packs at the moment. For additional Pokemon content, check out our Poke Friends, Kitten Cat Aubrey, Pokemon Father and Son, Oscorp, Aria and the whole family at Aria Quinn Plays, Eric the Epic, and Amiango with Amian and Chloeon. Everyone's channel is awesome, as you saw, so please go give them some love and support. Let them know Alex Anthony sent you. If you folks have a channel that you want to be added to my list here, just let me know, and we'll throw it on. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, as always, and we'll see you on the next one.